Instead, we have opted for a peaceful and diplomatic approach, the result of which is that a vast majority of UN member states have refrained from recognizing Kosovo's UDI. They have continued to abide by the UN Charter obligations to respect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of my country. On behalf of the Republic of Serbia, allow me once again to sincerely thank these countries for their adherence to the principles of international law. Ladies and gentlemen, Serbia proposes a non-confrontational way to respond to the threat posed to its territorial integrity. We have chosen to use the law. While rejecting violence and unilateralism categorically, we are equally emphatic in demanding that justice be delivered through the proper legal means at the disposal of any member state of the United Nations. To that end, the Republic of Serbia has submitted a resolution to be considered before this session of the General Assembly. Let me make it clear that the text of this resolution refrains from taking political positions of Kosovo's UDI. Instead, in simple and direct language, it asks of the principal judicial organ of the United Nations, the International Court of Justice, to render an advisory opinion on the following question: is the unilateral declaration of independence by the provisional institutions of self-government of Kosovo in accordance with international law? We believe that sending the Kosovo question to the ICJ would prevent this crisis from serving as a deeply problematic precedent in any part of the globe where secessionist ambitions are harbored. We also believe that an ICJ advisory opinion would provide politically neutral, yet judicially authoritative guidance to many countries still deliberating on how to approach Kosovo's UDI in line with the international law. Ladies and gentlemen, your vote in support of this resolution would serve to reaffirm another key international principle at stake: the right of any member state of the United Nations to pose a simple, elementary question on a matter it considers vitally important to the competent court. To vote against is in effect to vote to deny the right of any country, now or in the future, to seek judicial recourse through the United Nations system. To vote against means to accept that nothing could be done when secessionists in whichever part of the world proclaim the uniqueness of their cause and claim exception to the universal scope of international law. Such an attitude could lead to the end of the United Nations system as we know it. Allow me, therefore, to formally ask for the support of each and every member state for Serbia's proposal before the General Assembly. Ladies and gentlemen, while the ICJ deliberates on the legality of UDI, Serbia will remain a good faith partner in the interim administration of our southern province. The functionality of a reconfigured international civilian presence under the overall authority of the United Nations as defined by Resolution 1244 is of great importance to my country. It must remain status neutral and therefore cannot be based on the so-called Ahtisaari proposal, which was rejected by Serbia and not approved by the Security Council of the United Nations. It is well known that the European Union has committed itself to building the much-needed institutional and societal fabric on our southern province. Let there be no doubt My country supports the deepening of Europe's engagement in any part of Serbia, including Kosovo. In order for Europe's presence in Kosovo to be fully anchored within an acceptable, legitimate framework, it is vital that its mandate be approved by the Security Council of the United Nations. We will work with the Member States of the Secretariat to ensure that we achieve consensus in the near future of the international civil presence in our southern province. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I want to emphasize to you that the central strategic priority of the Republic of Serbia is a rapid accession to the European Union. Serbia will join the EU not only for reasons of geography, heritage, and economic prosperity, but also because of the values we hold in common. They constitute the intangible greatness of 21st century Europe, and they form the foundation of our democracy, our society, and our beliefs in what we can accomplish. Our common values also point to the significance of reconciliation, an important reason why Serbia is fully cooperating with the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia. We have demonstrated our unequivocal commitment time and again. We will continue to do so because it is our duty, our legal, political and moral duty to the victims, to ourselves, and most of all, to the generations to come. Europe has become the unifying force of the region. My country's absolute dedication to join the EU is shared by all the countries of the Western Balkans. By choosing, as democracies, to belong to something that is greater than the sum of its parts, the Balkanization of the Balkans can be reversed. Serbia's European vision is complemented by our strong desire to continue restoring and deepening the many close friendships that Yugoslavia made across the globe during the post-war World War II period. It will be one of the key priorities in the years to come for my country and my government. As a country that is the largest successor to a co-founder of the non-aligned movement, Serbia will work hard to contribute to a more equitable global community devoted to advance the democratization of international relations, economic and social development, and human rights. I close by saying that my country remains ready to further promote a noble form of intergovernmental cooperation, one that truly addresses challenges, alleviates divisions, and reduces tensions. Such a vision can only be built on the firm foundation of the universal principles of sovereign equality, solidarity, and international law within the framework of the United Nations. Thank you very much.